Once again, it's been a little while.
Sap,
Got it.
and go.
Who?
You, Sap.
Oh,
Rayun,
sorry.
go.
Oh, sorry. Let's see.
Since you were mostly
We
dead.
yeah, that's right. So we debriefed with the head of the Culinarians Guild. The Grand Master came in while we were talking with Racklin, and we had our like suspicions about him because we didn't know who the mole was that was messing around with like I guess sabotaging everything
Mm-hmm.
and killing people from the side. I think that's what it was. I can't remember. But um, but then after that, we caught up with the culinarians that we signed up with, who I'm forgetting the names of right now. Hold on.
Ooh.
Ranmar and Pelna.
Palna.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Redmar and Palna. Um, we caught up with them, and then we found like it took a few days, but we found a quest to help out some scientists that lost their stuff at a research site for the flank that we're going for. The oh my goodness, what was it called again?
The Horifex.
The Horifex flank, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so we set off. We're now at the island, I think, where the scientists had to evacuate,
Mm-hmm.
and went into the forest. Rayun communed with a god, and he got a apple seed.
That's right. You ate the
And
apple.
yeah, I ate
Om
the
nom nom.
yeah, and it went by fast. It was a giant apple too.
Mhm.
And then we lead into the beginning of our story, or this chapter.
Uh, since we knew that we were gonna be down X, do you want me to pilot Tyrus until Foob gets here? Or does someone else want to pilot him? Are we not piloting them and letting them just do the help, harm, heal?
I have no problem with you guys piloting him.
Okay.
Somebody should, because I didn't find out he wasn't going to be here until, what, 8 minutes ago?
John, you want to do it?
Sure.
10 minutes ago. I was close. So, yeah, this is probably a good idea. Not saying I know what's coming or not.
Face first into things a lot and lays prone.
So, let's see. I want to see if there are a few things I might want to add in from your otherwise very sufficient recap. Because you forgot an incredibly embarrassing thing that Meg did.
Oh.
Because we had a couple
he
days.
didn't. I mean, I don't think we need to talk about it.
I mean, we probably should. Listen, like we met some cool people, right? And we met those cool people because Mira realized that, hey, there's a lot of Telemarian acolytes and followers in the city right now. Like, a lot of them. And she decided, I'm going to shadow some that I see over here and see if I can learn anything and figure out what they're up to.
Making friends and
And
influencing people.
she did that approximately by shouting, "Hey guys, what are you doing?"
I'm very stealthy as a rogue. That's why I'm only a level 1 rogue. Oh, I lost you guys.
And then I was like, man, 11 inches. Dang.
That was an excellent time to come in.
Yeah. That is one of my
stream.
favorite, now completely defunct WoW Easter eggs. Is the one guy in Eastern Plaguelands who would just occasionally say dumb stuff. And one of the rare dumb things he would say is, and then the Tauren said, 11 inches.
That's amazing.
Yeah. That NPC is not there anymore, I don't think. Definitely doesn't say those things anymore. But yeah, so Mira, once caught, introduced yourselves, and you guys met two people that were honestly just kind of confused as to why they were being stalked. But Mira offered lunch in exchange for talking about Telemar.
And it worked.
And so it worked. We got to meet two definitely not made up on the spot NPCs that also definitely you will see again. Or not, probably. But I made them tokens.
Verbally harass people?
Honestly, no, but we made the most of it. So we met Knight of Dreams and Jabax Hatlon, the two Telemarian acolytes, who honestly were actually pretty knowledgeable about what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they hadn't met Telemar either, but they had done their homework. When quizzed on some of the readings that you guys had done, they were like, oh yeah, we know what's going on. Yeah, we can identify some of those things for you. And we're very thankful for a meal, but otherwise, maybe haven't played their part yet. Let's go with that. And I will update those to have names later, because doing behind the scenes stuff is hard while I'm talking. Mm-hmm. I want to highlight a couple other things that we breezed past a little bit. Currently, all of your wards, the 4 of them, are in Porta Maria. 3 of them are in the care of Pelna and Ranmar, which is amazing to me, and we'll get back to that in a minute. Meanwhile, Andromeda is currently kind of playing double agent and offered to speak with the Herald of Telemar to offer her services as a Sphinx and a servant to the gods. A small thing that was discussed when you met him, her father, Sirius, had mentioned that he had previously served Telemar, and so, among other gods. And so Andromeda was like, yeah, I'll go and I'll go see if he needs a Sphinx right now. Yeah. So we haven't seen her in a little bit. That's okay.
I didn't remember that. Did that happen on the episode that we missed?
That happened right before the explosion. Yep. So that was a few sessions ago. You did speak to the... you spoke to Ranmar. I'm sorry, Racklin. Gosh, I should not have named those two so close. That's never going to stop being tough. You spoke to Racklin and were interrupted by a visit from the Guildmaster, and had a perfect opportunity to ask him questions or try and figure out if he was in on it or if Racklin was in on it. That came up in discussion a few times. And the answer was, no, thank you, sir. It's nice to see you. But the Guildmaster in exiting did offer you guys a favor. He was very thankful for your help at Open Hands Hall, and flat out said, hey, listen, I owe you one for your help, which Racklin pointed out was a big deal. Then you went back and spoke to Ranmar and Pelna, and also didn't bring up your suspicions that someone in the guild might be a murderer / saboteur, which was the amazing part.
And we don't want to tip our hand or let anybody know that we're
Yes,
investigating,
so-
because then they'll know that things went sideways with the hit gone wrong.
So you didn't trust them with the investigation. You did trust them with the lives of 3 children. My girlfriend loved that.
That's fair.
And then you guys sailed off after meeting with Night in Dreams and Javix and getting your assignment. You guys hadn't been there too long. We had done a first initial survival check to start looking for things, and you guys rolled so freaking well that I was like, well, you deserve a treat. And that treat was an apple, which Sav, Rayun definitely greedily ate in front of everybody. It was a 4-bite apple the size of a volleyball. And now he is left with the visions that may or may not have come with that, and a very large singular apple seed that is currently in his pocket. And we ended that session with a very large roar erupting through the foliage to the north, which seemed to happen roughly after, a couple seconds after a pulse came from that apple seed. I'm going to start by asking for everybody for a perception check, because we haven't rolled dice in a while. Oh my goodness.
Oh, gross. I'm just aghast that he ate that apple without knowing where it came from, and that he ate it so quickly.
That apple was just sitting on a stump in the middle of the forest.
He didn't even wash it.
It was pretty impressive. And again, to eat it so fast.
Hey, mind you, it's actually pretty clean.
That's fair. It's in good condition, but
I think pretty clean. Not all the way clean, just pretty clean.
No, it was clean.
I've brought everybody to the scene, which is a pretty good depiction of, hey, look at this apple in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, not suspicious at all.
No.
Yoink.
Dibs.
So, for Rayun and Holden, oh yeah, I should probably give Holden access. Oh gosh, I'm knee deep in characters that you guys have already forgotten about or killed. Let's just give all players control of Tyrus. There we go. That should work. Why don't you give it a whirl and see what we got? And his first punishment for not being here is he does not have a perception. See, I was right.
Yeah.
His perception is just a little bit better.
Yeah. So, the two of you, though, Rayun and Holden, you definitely hear something coming from where that roar was, but you feel it a lot more. The small bit of water running through this glade is starting to ripple and shake, and you can maybe hear a gentle rumbling from the north that's getting louder.
Everybody brace themselves.
Well, I would like to get myself into as close to a hidey hole as I can find. Can I position myself underneath this bridge like a troll?
Give you that, sure.
Okay.
Troll.
I'm hiding under the bridge like a troll. Well,
Wonderful.
I'm small, and I don't want to get attacked because I have the smallest number of hit points.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
So I don't want to be out in the open.
The direction it's coming from, is that like the north, the south?
It is coming from the north.
I will place myself to the north. With
Okay.
my shield at the ready.
20 feet behind him. To the
I
south.
could do that. Well, so you guys have a couple seconds. It's literally a few seconds to brace yourselves. But eventually, yeah, Mira, as they start to get in position, you could even start to feel it yourself, even if you can't hear anything. But that rumbling pretty quickly emerges into creatures starting to burst through the foliage from the north. It might be a stampede. And why the fudge did I put all that? Okay, well, I'm going to move you all to the proper scene, and then I'm going to ask myself why everything on this map is on the GM layer.
But can we just appreciate before we have more content, Zell's message at the top of the screen that says the following is a test, butts.
You know, it's important.
Posterity, I want to keep that because I love it.
It is important sometimes to know what channels are active. And actually, I do that sometimes to make sure that there's nobody there. Even though I could see when people are logged in on the bottom, it's nice to just make sure, hey, that nobody is here to hear that, right? And then I forget sometimes that they're there for posterity's sake. Okay. Oh, no. Now it's okay. So I'm going to move you guys to a slightly darker version. You know, colors are important, but here we go. And I'm going to move these back a little because you guys had some time to brace.
And I'm under like a fallen tree. I can kind of
Yep,
see. But
I gave you the best fallen tree that I could. It
I
turned
love
out there kind of was one on the map. But to set the scene, these things, they are not here for you. It is clear they are running.
Oh, they were not here for the apple. Okay.
They are not running at you. They are running north to south, and you are in the way. All the same, I'm going to have you roll initiative.
Oh. That's a neat roll. That's an even neater roll.
Oh boy. Let's see if I got this right.
The first one is Holden, the second one is Tyrus.
Got it.
Goragova.
Well,
Sounds like an
look,
ice
they're not here
skating-
for the fight.
An ice skating Olympics person.
I have not been too sly about the fact that this campaign was at least a little bit inspired by Monster Hunter. And that's the sort of thing that you see a lot is names along this style, to the point that the first time I saw NPCs flat out talk about it, they were just like, this is a monster we've never encountered before. I'm going to name it Xenojiva. But why?
Somebody's got to name it.
Yeah, okay, whatever, dude. We will definitely remember that and know how to spell it.
And we'll just call it X.
Because the last 7 ones were called Sephiroth.
So, let's see. Oh my gosh, I did actually spell it right. I'm going to post the link to that here in a minute when I remember. But first, let's keep the movement going, because I promised to be respectful of your time. I don't think I had the turn order up. And typing /turn order does not actually bring it up. Man, everything needs to run like World of Warcraft. I genuinely just typed /turn order, and I happen to have the my Google search open, so it just typed /turn order into Google.
Oh, I hate that.
Yep, that's gonna live in my search history forever now. Not the worst thing there. So let's see. Things are a little mucked up. I'm gonna move everybody into position. There are a lot of people in this turn order. 2 Ravens.
Neat.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to.
We don't
Delete
see
some
that.
of
That's
these
probably
people.
because you didn't clear before you started rolling initiative for this encounter. But since we can only see on the map that we're on, we only see one set.
Interesting.
The Rayun with
5
the
count.
20 is the one you want to keep.
I have 3 Ravens.
Oh, buddy.
Can I remove somebody from the turn order?
That is the proper number of Rayuns that you would like to have
You
in your
can
party.
trash bucket them.
Time is a tangled web.
You know what? I think I'm just gonna have to clear this and do this manually.
He ate the apple
There are too
in
many people here.
4 bites and turned into 4 of himself.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
give me 1 second. Because we just don't have that many Rayuns. Rayun had a 20. That's pretty good.
And then
Tyrus had a 5. 6.
6.
That's
yeah.
pretty bad. Mira, you had
12.
nope. I just put you on the layer. That's not the right thing. You had a 12, which is almost perfectly between the two of them. Holden
had a 21.
I'd like to think that Glitch had a 21, but we'll go with it.
And Holden takes his turn when Glitch takes his turn. That makes sense.
Yeah, 100%.
He is a good guy.
Let's see. The babies did terribly, and that's fine because they're babies.
The babies.
They had the 5. That's right. And the adults did slightly better. Like I said, there was multiple adults when there's only one. That's okay.
There's multiple adults
I mean, probably somewhere.
somewhere.
And I'll need to figure out how to handle that tie here in a moment. But I'm pretty sure Mira's going to go first because she's a rogue. So, here we go. Holden, you get first shot, and you are the first one to react as just straight from the brush, these creatures come blasting through. They are giant armored beasts. Honestly, if not for the fact that they were charging through you, they would almost kind of look like pack animals. Right? Like heavy, thick, heavy hides and decent sized horns, but they might just be above averagely aggressive rhinos. Except that right now, they are very keen on trampling you to get somewhere else.
If they don't seem like they're aggressively going to try to stop and gore us because fuck us, I think I would put Glitch in front of Mira's tree stump to help divert traffic around that, and I'll try to put myself in the silhouette of this tree, trusting that pack animals wouldn't run directly into a tree, and just delay an action that if something tries to hurt me or mine, I shoot it.
Okay. Rayun, you have the same option.
I will
Actually,
take that
pretty much
option.
everybody will.
I'll step to the side.
And then, Mira, you are currently in hiding.
I am going to stay in hiding, and I'm going to prepare. Can I delay an action? If
Sure.
one of them attacks us, then I would like to shoot it with my short bow from the hiding place that I am in.
Okay. That seems good. I have always been a big fan of readying actions because it forces me to think like a programmer. A good if-then statement.
Yep. Only if they attack will I attack back.
Yep. Well, good news. For me, it's their turn.
Now we find out if they
specifically the
attack or
big
run
one.
away.
Let me quickly look at this. Oh, yep. Let me get out the ruler. And so, wow. Okay. Well, half because this wouldn't be an encounter if everybody ran away, and half because this was what was going to happen anyway. The first one spends a move action to run up to you guys, and yes, it is a panicked beast that looks like it's trying to run away from something, but I don't know if you've ever seen a horse that was panicked, but animals that panicked will still kick you in the face. So as this thing runs by, it's going to, well, it's not going to run by, it's going to run there. It sees a creature and swings its head with one of its horns at, I'm going to roll this one publicly. At Holden. I like that I rolled the die and then had to remember who was who. I had the character sheet covering the two of them. I'm really proud of that one. So Holden, I'm going to say a 22 is probably going to connect.
It does.
And then, because I read what this ability does, I'm going to check to see, does that hit Tyrus? And the answer is probably yes, it does. All right. I'm going to try not to keep Tyrus's sheet up too much. I'm going to trust you guys. But that means I'm going to hit this button and hit the two of you both for 5 whole damage. Proud of that one. Because this thing is just sort of taking a swipe at you as you go, but it is taking a swipe at you. I believe we had a few triggered if-then statements.
Yep.
I know Mira's was if someone is attacked. I think everybody else had the same.
I am Ryun in defense mode.
Yep. Okay. So I will attack the big guy because the big guy attacked us.
Mhm.
Here we go. Short bow. 21.
That's pretty good.
Excellent.
That definitely hits.
8 damage.
8 damage.
Do
Okay.
I get to do the extra d6 for... Oh, I don't have an advantage. Never mind.
Do you not have the thing where if you have advantage or
someone
they're
within
near
melee?
people? I know that's a thing, but I'm probably thinking of Baldur's Gate.
It should qualify for sneak attack.
I mean, you are also in a hiding place. I feel like at the very least, because of that, should be able to give you advantage.
Being sneaky.
Mm-hmm. And then we can maybe do a little bit of research onto how rogues get advantage as the turn goes on. But in the meantime,
I'll keep reading
it
my
is
spell, but I
13
did
damage.
13 damage. Yep.
Gosh, math. I didn't get better at math over the last couple weeks. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Uh,
You don't need advantage on an attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it.
There we go. Okay. Did anybody else? I know, Holden, you had an action as well, and I don't remember if that triggered there.
I'm sorry, I was sneezing.
Oh, man.
I had said, yeah, that if anything hurts me or mine, I was going to hurt it back. If it looks like the creature is going to just keep stampeding on and it's not going to turn and, square off against us, I think I'll just let it go. If there's any reason to suspect it's looking for a fight, then I'll give it one, but if it's just a wild animal running from danger, I'm more concerned about what it's running from and keep it low.
Why don't you give me a nature check? Oh, that's right on the edge. Let's go with you can see you are not the first thing to have hurt this thing. It looks like perhaps it has had some other encounters. Also, it does have blood on its claws. And based on that roll, I think that's what I'm going to give you there.
I will make no attack.
Okay. We have Tyrus.
Is it his turn?
It is Tyrus' turn.
I feel like Tyrus would definitely swing an axe at it.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Well, just bucked.
So I shall do that.
Just realized I could actually advance the turn order. That'd probably help.
If a 16 hits, he does 5 slashing.
A 16 does not hit.
Then he does nothing.
Okay. You know it's the first time he's attacked something, though, so he's probably thinking, I should second wind and just attack again.
He does have extra attacks, so I guess I do get to make 2. Forgot about that. Oh, that's even worse.
That is way worse. That man does not save his cooldowns very much.
Nope.
Okay. Well, we tried. Next, we're going to have the babies, who are also going to advance. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Didn't see that one. And this one is just going to run by. Mira and Rayun, you are going to get some stray swings from these babies.
Okie dokie.
First at Rayun.
I blocked it.
And second on Mira. We're not even going to acknowledge that first one. Wow. Well, listen, they're just scared children. They're not.
Makes total sense.
You know, they're not trying to hurt you. They're just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I like to think that I had my shield like braced on my right side as the juvenile like bucked into it, and I just kind of like brushed on the side.
Yeah, like you feel there wasn't a ton there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have everybody make a fresh, your choice of perception or survival check as we go into the next round.
I have a +6, and I'm pretty sure I rolled a 12 last time.
I do not have inspiration, so I can't roll again.
Wow.
I'm not surviving.
Okay. Well, listen, you're not going to get a ton here, especially you. But at the very least, you guys know, hey, these guys are clearly running from something, right? That has been made clear. Okay, we know that much. What you guys don't really get a good view of until it's happening is you're so braced for things to be coming from the north. A loud tearing sound from the south is actually pretty startling. Do some quick math, but it's 10, 15, 20. So 1, 2, this many. You may get a quick glance as something is going by when you look behind you and see that from behind you, a tremendous wall of brambles is beginning to emerge from the ground.
Oh, that's not good.
That's probably not good. When these brambles emerge, you get a better view of the things that are coming from the north, which is 2 more of these beasts emerging. Except, one of them has something extra.
Ho, 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 ho.
Is that a
Rider?
That's a really good question that maybe if you guys had a slightly better perception or survival checks, I'd be able to give you more information on. In the meantime, I'm going to briefly roll. I'm going to get on the token layer and briefly roll another turn order. And then we're going to probably make it Holden's turn. GM roll, Max. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, no, we're not. Because the first thing that's going to happen is the one that is currently mounted the rider takes a quick look around and sees that, oh crap, what, there are people here, and does his best to yank on something that is around this thing's neck and pull it off to the side. We'll go with off to the side. Much like a very simple saddle and harness, it's enough to veer this thing way off as it runs. And at the very least, it does not trample. So that's good. I just held my 2 thumbs up at the camera and forgot that we didn't have cameras on. Over the din, you can't hear anything from this guy. So that's cool. He seems mostly focused on his task of monster. Holden, it is now your turn.
Is the tree to the north of me substantial and tall, or is it more like sapling-y and meager?
It could probably take a hit from one of these things, like a direct hit, and still be standing. We're talking that's got a trunk that's probably a good 5 or 6 feet. It just so happens that, I didn't want to clutter the entire map with 3 trees.
Are there limbs low enough to the ground that I could climb them?
That depends on how good your athletics check is, but yeah, probably.
I'll attempt to climb the tree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll give you that. These creatures are probably a good 8 to 10 feet tall, the rampaging Gorogovas, but you could get higher than 10 feet up.
I'm gonna move Glitch to there just in case something threatens Mira, and I'm gonna delay my action again just if the rider or any of these other larger creatures decides to take a more aggressive posture than they have, I will shoot them. Somebody hurts my friends, I hurt them back.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Rayun.
Do I notice if the this beast is gonna continue plowing forward, or
It looks like it has forward momentum.
okay? So What do I want to do? All right, I'm gonna stand right here and help just brace.
Okay. This is a good idea of where we're currently at in this fight. Is you just flat out walk away from the monster, and it does not attack of opportunity you.
Well, that's good.
That, in most normal fights, would not have happened.
Yeah. So they're really scared.
And by the way, I just posted the Xenojiva. Man's never seen this monster in his life. It's like, this is what I'm gonna name it. Yeah, okay, dude. Mira.
All right. Here's what we're going to do.
Mhm.
I am going to... I kind of want to do something to the guy, but I also don't really want to give my spot away in case I haven't been noticed. So I think I'm just going to keep... I think I'm going to just keep attacking this one to try to get
Okay.
it. So
That seems fine.
get
And
fewer
you
monsters.
definitely will still have sneak attack damage on it.
Excellent.
A 15...
Oh.
Well, a 15 does not hit.
Well, there we go.
That 15, that arrow connects pretty firmly with this thing's hide.
Okay.
And it does not seem to give a crap.
Got it.
But that's fine, because you rolled a 1 for sneak attack damage, so, you know. The large Gorgova is going to leave Tyrus's immediate range for the first few feet, and I'm going to ask if Tyrus would like to take an attack of opportunity.
Tyrus smash.
Tyrus does smash.
Yeah.
My goodness, there it is. All right. Tyrus tries to smash.
Tyrus little smash.
Man, that I can never use Great Axis for that reason. Give me a Great Sword with 2d6 damage. Well, yeah. And it's going to keep running. It's going to run. When it gets to this thorn wall, by now, these thorns are probably a good 8 or 9 feet tall, but they are sharp. Like, this looks like a barricade. It thinks better of it because these brambles are getting threatening, and it turns around.
Oh no.
The second adult Gorogova is going to run by and make a couple of pleasant attacks at Rayun and Mira. And they are pleasant because I'm doing it with a smile on my face.
I will go ahead and enact protection.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds good.
Let's see.
Does Rayun know what it is?
Yes, I do.
On disadvantage on the attack roll. Okay.
Yep. For Mira, anyway.
Sure. It is going to be one attack roll for everybody, though, so it will also affect you.
Okay.
Mazel tov. And that's way better. Wow, good for you. Way to put your shield in front of your friends and between you and a monster twice now. That shield's getting some work.
Yeah.
So you'll take probably one pretty substantial blow. Look, this thing still hits your shield a lot harder than the baby did. But enough that maybe you get knocked back a couple inches, and then it continues its run a little bit. And then we go to Tyrus's turn.
Did that thing attack Rayun?
It more made in like an AoE attack. It made an attack that hit everybody
Okay,
around
same
it.
kind of lumbering thing, sure.
It's kind of like Urktos.
I'm still going to give it the benefit of the doubt for the time being.
Okay.
Tyrus is likely going to drop his axe and try to shoot the one that is now rebounding from the thorn wall.
Mm-hmm. Gosh, that beam rifle. Man, that's so good. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Ooh. Okay. We're just gonna take a big old chunk of that off. Because I could picture Tyrus just like thudding his axe into the ground of, man, screw this. Taking out gun and lining up a shot. This thing is practically looking right at him. So it makes it real easy to find the between the eyes.
Between the ears.
And what a shot. He would be proud of it if he was here. For the babies, we get this first one, which does leave Mira's attack range if she would like to make an attack of opportunity.
Yes, she would. But
Okay.
since I have to use, can I use a ranged weapon on it, or do I have to use a melee weapon while it's in melee as it's leaving?
I feel like you're going to have to use a melee weapon.
Okay. I only get sneak attack with a finesse or ranged weapon. Is a short sword a finesse or a dagger?
It is.
Short sword is, okay. Ew!
All right.
Oh no, I didn't see. Did it go well?
Yes, yes, it did.
It didn't see either, so we're all fine. Moving on, the second baby is going to make it roughly to the wall, and I think Glitch will have an attack of opportunity if he's allowed. I don't know how that works, but whatever.
Yeah, I'll take it. He would be defensive.
Mhm.
Protective. Oh.
Goodness!
Classic Mira fashion.
Wow!
Total.
Oh, we don't want that to be the legacy of pulling a Mira.
He's been spending too much time with you.
I'm sorry.
Dang.
What are these stickers?
The baby is going to run right past Tyrus, which will definitely provoke an attack of opportunity. But we'll, on the way, make his attack first. So I should probably actually do that. Be a good DM. Well, that was too good of a DM. Sorry, Tyrus.
Oh dear.
Sucker.
Positive. Those are not great numbers. So it'll be 8 damage. Wow. I need to go back to math school.
And how far back does he get knocked?
I feel like maybe there is some. Oh, nope, that's something else. He does not. Because again, this is just like, we're just making a flyby running attack. We're not. The thing is not trying to murder Tyrus, it's just happens to be doing a great job of it. And then we'll get to there, but Tyrus has the opportunity to make his attack of opportunity, because I don't think he has yet this round.
He did on the...
Oh,
Yeah.
He has used his reaction, you're right. Well, then the child gets off scot-free, like all children do.
No children were harmed in the making of this D&D campaign.
Then we get to the end of the round. That's exciting. And you guys, I'm not even going to make you guys make survival or perception checks, because by now you guys can all feel that, yes, you were right. Something is creating the loud pounding sound. Someone is beating feet towards you guys. And that something is roughly 15 feet tall, covered in enormous spiky thorns, and is pissed off. There.
Ah! Is that the thing?
It is.
Is that what we're looking for?
It is. That is a thing, and I can tell you because you're probably going to find out the first time it attacks someone, it is not a Horifex.
Okay.
Oh, buddy.
But it is on all fours, bounding towards probably not even initially you guys, but with the force of tons. This thing is enormous. And those are tons of muscle, coiled and ready to murder. Making this all the more challenging in case anybody is looking at anything except the monstrosity bearing down on them. The thorn wall continues to expand. Did I do it right? I did it right.
Oh dear.
But positive, don't even have to make a survival check for this either. These thorns look an awful lot like the carapace of the thing that's coming at you. Same color, roughly the same shape, just bigger and coming out of the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm going to roll its initiative. I guess I could do that publicly now that I've told you guys it's not a Horifex.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I almost rolled one for a Horifex.
Yeah.
Hey, spoiler, I've got a Horifex in the monster list. Click on the token. I remembered. Click on the initiative button. And be sad that it was average, like all of my monsters. Dang. I swear, every time I put a big scary thing on the table, I'm like, initiative 2. Oh. Okay, well. The first thing that's going to happen is the mounted Gorgova is going to, at this point, see that it is surrounded. And the rider yanks particularly hard. You might even hear a snapping sound as the thing that was around its neck shears under the pressure. But enough that the beast wheels up 180 like you would not believe, and instead goes barreling up towards the thing. Oh, we did it. Oh, it's perfect. It's so beautiful. I love when the numbers line up. Huh? And now, it's going to at least make an attack on the thing. Just putting its head down and trying to put some pressure into the thing with this one. Well, okay. And I'm also not going to explain why I'm rolling this. Okay, well, sometimes the dice are only for the bad people. It looks like not even the rider can get through that thing's carapace. But he certainly tried. And this man, at this point, you can see, is holding on to the Gorgova with one hand, like on one of its upper plates. And in the other hand, has a tremendous great sword. Which he definitely tried to put into the thing in front of you. And, we're going to work on that. Holden, you're up.
Taking a moment.
That is what Holden would do. He would assess the situation.
I don't know who is friend or foe here, but only one person so far is trying to put me in a box. And I feel like that's the giant monster thing with the spikes on its carapace, so I'm going to shoot it. But first I'm going to use my hex to hex it.
Okay.
2 crossbow attacks.
I feel like anytime I see a high 20s on an attack roll, I don't really need to open the character sheet, but okay. Still going to open the character sheet because that's important. Let's see. Do some quick math. Set the token's health bar up. Should have done beforehand. That's okay. Minus. Wow, that's a convenient number. Boom, we did it. Oh, and I should make that visible. I guess I don't have to. I could just leave you guys in the dark. That's how they do it in Monster Hunters. You don't see the health bar and the thing just eventually dies. But I don't think I did it right because I don't see a bar and I bet you don't either. Probably because it's at the top of the screen. What if I... There we go. We're just going to do that.
Oh, now I can see it. Yep.
Yeah. I think we all know where it's actually at. I just want you guys to have information. Anything else?
Nope, I'm gonna leave Glitch right where he is with Mira.
Okay.
Rayun,
Rayun, you're up. Yeah, go tank that thing.
Well, let's see. My movement speed is 30. One sec. I was looking for the. Hey. Oh. I'm gonna move right into it. Tell this guy I'm here to help, and I'm gonna go attack the big thing with thorns with the longsword. 12 doesn't hit.
It does not.
Yeah.
Sorry if the chuckling gave that away.
I figured.
Yeah. You know what? Here's what I'm going to give you. Nothing on the attack roll. That was not great. But you shout out to man on monster, fighting monster, and say you're here to help. And I will say that he looks down at you, like makes eye contact with you, roughly the same way that Luigi made eye contact with the camera in that one Mario Kart meme.
Oh god.
And then he looks back at the monster. Oh, I don't have Giphy on here. Well, whatever. I don't care. Delete that message. Would you mind? Oh, I can just click this, can't I? Hey! Now I see what Hex is.
There it is.
Thank you for that. That's perfect. Yep, that's exactly what I needed. Cast a spell, target's disadvantage, and ability checks made with the chosen ability. Okay, got it. Thank you. All right.
Only he ends up being a grappler, which I don't think is the case.
I mean, we'll see. Mira.
Okay. Here we go. So we're all in on the giant thing because the guy didn't technically shoot Rayun in the face when he said we're here to help. So maybe we should help
That's
him.
True. I can't stop giggling at this gif. And how absolutely perfect that description. I'm so happy right now. But yes, everything you said is correct.
Okay.
Just switch out the race car for a Gorgova.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to cast Fairy Fire because that's up to 60 feet on the big guy. But I'm going to cast it like toward the back of him so that Rayun and mounted Gorgova aren't also fairy fired. I lost you guys. One sec. Sorry, I don't know why it keeps dropping me.
But we're in the like 16 to 20 feet range.
yep,
Okay.
perfect.
He's a big boy.
So
big
as
boy.
long as I do it back here, it's only got 20 in a 20-foot cube. So I want to make sure that as much of that monster is in the fairy fire without Rayun and this guy being in there.
I appreciate that you can measure off map. But yeah, you can absolutely do that. Even from where you're standing or hiding,
Perfect.
you can hit it so that it just hits the monster.
Let's do it. Now everybody will have advantage.
All right.
And
I don't remember if that's an action or not, but do you have anything else you want to do?
no, that is an action, and I don't remember what I can do as my off actions, so I think I'm good.
Okay. Let's see. The next is the main Gorgovas. Now we're in a weird like pinball situation where these things are just bouncing all over the place. The wounded one has already bounced off of and the thorn wall and is coming back. It's now. I mean, look. It wasn't mad at anyone before. It just got shot in the face. It's mad at Tyrus now. So it is going to. Well, it didn't have to go very far, but it's going to step up to Tyrus and is going to slam the ground in front of him. And I'm going to need a Constitution save from Tyrus. Actually, he's going to go here, and we're also going to trigger it for glitch.
It reaches that far? Wow.
In this moment, I feel a little bad for having John running 3 character sheets. So let's see if I can't get Tyrus up as well. At least have that on standby. I've just got like 5 or 6 character sheets on the side that are minimized.
Oh, I got them on my second window pretty good.
Yeah.
I moved them 10 feet. Is there any damage?
There is not from this, but they do get knocked prone. Feel like I had a symbol for that. I don't remember what it was. So it is now you're a snail. Temporarily. Congratulations.
Slowed.
The second one is going to hit the thorn wall, and this one is going to try and get through it. That means I roll this button. Ooh, and it does. Wow. Kind of didn't expect that. It bursts through. It takes damage. It's going to take some that I'm going to roll later, but it flat out tramples through a decent sized hole in these thorns. And almost as if it's really, really pissed off about it, the monster whose health bar I just accidentally hid is furious and takes his turn in response. Oh, yeah. Oh, I definitely remember that move forward. Sorry, I have to do some quick reading. That's okay. Here we are. It throws its head back, lets out a scream of rage, and when it brings its head back down, That scream comes with a foul, smelling, looking, hopefully not tasting, noxious breath that it releases on everyone that it can. Let's see. That's going to be, if I do my measuring right. Actually, I think this is a safe way to do it. It's going to be Rayun, Holden, Tyrus, Mounted Gorogova, Unmounted Gorogova, Baby Gorogova.
Oh.
I'm not going to draw on this map. I've decided as I draw on this map. The breath is not going to show up. I'm not going to do that. We're not drawing on this map. But I am going to click this ability and ask everybody that I just mentioned to make a Dex saving throw.
Oh.
Those are good rolls. However, they're all just barely dancing on that number that I just posted. Let's do one here. Great. And one for the Gorgova. Amazing. And one for the baby. I technically rolled the wrong thing, but it doesn't matter. For everybody except the mounted one, it's not 54d10. I'll save you guys that money.
Is that a Tarask?
Ugh.
28.
A 28 is pretty good damage.
Jeez.
No, okay. So that is math. Nope, I mathed wrong. And over here.
That's
in
weird.
particular, the Gorogova that Tyrus has been shooting at and the baby right behind it are not doing so hot.
Was this breath a narrow cone or
It was a line.
a line? Okay.
Okay, real quick, I'm going to check because I'm not seeing Tyrus' health bar properly, but I'm pretty confident he was at full health when this fight started, yeah?
Yeah. Well, he took a little bit of damage.
She's currently at 15.
Ooh, okay.
My health bar is also not showing correctly, but on my paper it does.
All right.
I'm at 16.
As it finishes up that attack, Rayun, the thing looks right at you. Like, finishes the breath, licks its lips, looks down at you. And then we go to Tyrus' turn.
Stand up for half move, use 10 of his remaining 15 to move to there.
Mhm.
And then he's going to do Angry Tyrus things. He's going to fire twice with the beam rifle, action surge, fire twice again, and he's going to spend his first point of grit for advantage on the very first beam rifle attack.
Goodness. Looks like all of those attacks except the one with advantage hit,
Ironically.
which also is pretty telling about the numbers we're looking for. But that is tasty. That is that. Oh nope, that's the bad math. That is a solid chunk taken out of this thing, and it responds accordingly.
Oh god.
Not only do you see the thing like actually take a step back as it's being shot in the face, but also, math. You see the spikes start to recede. I'm assuming that Tyrus is out of actions because he just shot 500 times.
4 times he still has a bonus that I think
Oh,
I
yeah.
can use for second wind, right?
I believe so. Been a long time
Second
since I
wind
played
is a
fighter.
bonus action, yes.
Yep.
I have that ability.
That's pretty good. Plus his fighter level, so 14 health?
14.
Dang.
And when you watch this Foob, that's how you play Tyrus.
Excellent. Okay, let's go to the babies. The babies are in various states of confused, and this place is just absolute chaos. So the wounded one is going to go this way. The not wounded one is going to go this way. This non-wounded one is going to go this way. And this wounded one, non-wounded one, is going to go this way and take a raucous stomp at. I don't even know if this thing. No, it just at just whoever I flip this coin for.
Cool.
It's gonna be Tyrus. Shoot. But that's okay. Nothing can kill Tyrus, especially not a baby.
Surely nothing.
Accepted.
That's true. Well, look, first I gotta kill Rayun. So, the first, the Gorgova. Oh, sorry. Top of the round. That's important to announce. Round 4. Welcome to round 4. It's definitely going to go better than round 3. First things first, we start at the top of the round with the mounted Gorgova. And the mount is. The mount is going to shuffle around and try and knock this thing back with another one of these stomps, which means I need to swap to the Gravethorn and roll his Constitution save, and that was cool.
Ooh.
Nope.
Man, it's a good thing I'm making all these rolls public, so I don't feel like I'm cheating. But I need to roll this. Yeah. The rider sees an opportunity, even if the thing is utterly unfazed by the stomp, and stands up, takes a quick run off the thing's back, and leaps from one monster to the other. If you thought I wasn't prepared for this situation, you are mildly correct. However,
Does he have a ponytail donger that he's going to try to have sex with the monster with?
Oh boy.
I mean, now that you mention it,
I've seen that movie about them blue fellas.
I've seen that movie about folks that want to do that sort of thing with monsters. That's a pretty seamless transition. That could have been worse.
He just blinked into existence.
I did accidentally delete him from the turn order, but that's okay. I can fix that later. We'll fix it in post. For his action, I should probably do that too. Great. He's still got that greatsword in hand. I mean, he's wielding it as effectively as Mira did on that baby, except he's actually hitting the thing that he's swinging at. And when it plunges into the thing's side, it makes contact through the thorns, and enough that the beast flinches. Like, maybe he's not necessarily looking directly at Rayun anymore. That is... Ooh, that's a less good roll, but that happens. And we move on to Holden's turn. Well, I see really put this guy back in the turn order.
2 crossbow shots at the biggin. Well, that seems fair.
Wonderful.
Are you getting your advantage for the fairy fire?
Is there fairy fire?
Yes,
It
I
is
did
fairy
fire
fired.
at the very beginning. That was the first thing that
Yep.
I cast on it.
Can
I'll
we
put
say
some
that
lights on
that
it.
first one was critical miss, critical hit, and then I'll just
Yeah.
roll the next one with advantage?
That makes total sense. And what a beautiful display it is of the 1 and the 20. The other one's just normal hold and stuff. Yeah, so that's 2 hits plus hex damage for
24, is that right?
Yes. Oh gosh. I swear I'm smart in other ways. Okay.
Since Glitch will only need to move 20 and that's half his speed, he's going to stand up and move into melee with the beast and make his bite attack.
Okay.
That's not going to do it.
Oh, it is not.
But now I'm there to help Rayun.
Let's
That's true.
see. I do need to read one thing real fast. Oh. No.
Oh,
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You know what? Sometimes I forget things. So,
Is the
Rayun,
creature
you're up.
immune to necrotic?
No, you know the creature is immune to piercing damage, so I'm just gonna need to add some points back or something. And no, I'm not doing that. I just forgot this thing has a lot of abilities. Rayun, you're up.
okie dokie. Well, I guess I'm going to try to attack it.
Mm-hmm.
With my longsword. With advantage. 20 hit.
A 20 hits.
Okie dokie. And then I will add Divine Smite to that.
I would hope so. Who needs spell slots? Okay.
That was a bum spell.
That is a bum spell.
So, oh, it already added it. Okay. Sorry. I guess we'll just have that 3 in the
Yeah.
9.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, that's fine.
I didn't know that it would add it.
Let's. Man.
That's 12 damage.
That is 12 damage. And good news, the thing is already at 50% health.
And then I will oh wait. Oh, never mind. It's not a 19. Okay. I will go ahead and use action surge.
Action Surge, yeah.
Action surge. And I will attack it again.
Before you do, I am going to react to that attack. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, okay.
This was the thing I forgot to do before. And I'm going to have everybody within 5 feet. It's actually within 15 feet. Still, actually, it's exactly the same. Make, was that Constitution saves?
With or without advantage?
I'm going to say without, unless you give me a good reason. And yeah,
Okay.
Holden, you are just outside. You're good.
Does a 21 do it?
It sure does.
Glitch and I are good.
Amazingly, actually, the rider doesn't takes one of those quills right in the shoulder. He is a little less good.
Well, that's not good.
Doesn't work. That doesn't work either. And let's make that visible to everybody. All right. He's fine. He's a big
Okay.
boy.
Well-
Let's go back to Rain's turn.
Yeah, because I still got a long sword attack
Mhm.
with advantage. Even 10.
Amazing.
Oh man.
Anyway, Mira, what are you up to?
All right. Here's what we're gonna do. I need to check the range on this.
Oh, I forgot. Darn dang it. It's not my turn.
Oh, if you had something you wanted to do to react,
Just second wind.
yeah, that seems fine.
1d10.
Come on, this isn't chess, man. You didn't take your hand off the piece.
Now I gotta figure out how to do second wind.
/ roll 1d4 plus 6. 1d10 plus 6.
Yeah, 1d10. That's a healing word.
Yeah, I don't know how to read it. I'm healing Holden.
Oh, okay.
Since Rayun, I was gonna heal Rayun, but since he's doing second wind, I want to heal Holden.
Mhm.
But that was the best that I could do. Sorry.
That makes sense, but it's also, I remember this, healing word is a bonus action. So you still have your action for the turn.
Oh, sweet. Okay, then I'm going to
Oh, that's not good.
to here, and I'm going to cast
Ooh.
I was just looking at it and I thought it was really cool and I hadn't actually used it and I wanted to use it. Enhance ability with Bear's Endurance to Rayun. So he gets 2d6 temporary hit points and has advantage on con checks.
That seems pretty good.
But I have to touch him to do it. And then I'm gonna like shimmy back here in between Holden and Tyrus. I think
Yeah, that's a good
that
call.
should work for all of my move, and that doesn't put me in range of anything that would get an attack of opportunity.
Mhm.
All right, so Rayun, you've got 2d6 if you want to roll it, or if you want me to roll it, you've got 2d6 temporary hit points.
You roll it. I'm still trying to roll for my for my second wind.
You can use one of the in-game buttons, but it would also just be roll /roll 1d10 plus 6. Oh, it's fighter level though, so it'd be a little less.
So it'd be 2.
yeah, so
or-
1d10 plus 2.
Yeah. Or 3, sorry.
All right, listen, man.
My bad.
You know I'm not good with numbers. Quit changing the rules.
All right.
Okay, so you'll get 9 actual healing and 7 pretend healing. That's not fair. It's very useful, and I'm sure he appreciates it. That I, as the monster, have to make fun of you. It's the law. And then Miri.
Sorry, that was the end of my turn. Did I lose you guys again? Nope, I lost you again.
Lost us.
3
Oh,
times.
she's back.
3 times. This is ridiculous.
Man.
My turn is done. I did my bonus action and my turn.
Mm-hmm. The wounded Gorgova down here. First off, the fully health one that broke through the wall, he buggers off. The wounded one is still mad at Tyrus and is wounded, so it's not going anywhere. Instead, it's going to just march its happy butt up 10 feet and make another ground slam. So I'm going to have everybody, including the baby Gorgova, that's funny, make a Constitution save.
Everybody?
Sorry, not you and Glitch, but
Okay.
Tyrus, Mira, and Holden.
My elevation in the tree doesn't protect me.
I think it might actually be the opposite.
Hey! I did it.
You did. Ironically, the only person who has advantage on this is Rayun, who doesn't care.
Oh, hey.
Not advantage, but 22.
Not advantage, but 22 is pretty good. Pretty sure that's exactly what you just said, but with lag.
Yes.
Fantastic.
I gotta roll for Tyrus, sorry.
Dang. Literally nobody cared about this. Alright. I'm proud of all of you. Anyway, Gorogova, you suck. Let's go to the fun stuff and head back to the Gravethorn. Alright. And D&D chat accidentally became pet chat.
Yay!
Yeah.
Not upset. Well, it turns out that breath has recharge. So first I'm going to roll this. It sure doesn't.
Oh.
It is a high recharge. You cannot just spam that breath attack.
Oh, okay. That's good.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
However, it is still pretty upset at you. I almost said Holden like 3 times. At you, Rayan.
Okay.
So first, it is going to try really hard. Like, it's kind of flailing, trying to get the man that's on him to be not on him anymore. So you watch as the thing, in sort of a strange dance, flails around with its fist trying to get to the thing on its back, which it connects with, and well, that's actually ironic given what's about to happen. Oh my gosh.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, that's right. He just rolled like fire. So now I'm going to jam roll that save. Man. All right. Guys, I'm rolling nothing but 20s tonight. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, dear.
No, this is a good one. This is the rider save. So he's only going to take the top 25 damage. Okay. And then Rayun, the best that he's got on the other side is to just flail at you with tail and hind claw, trying to... Oh, Andrew, not right now, man. Now I'm sad.
I saw that.
Trying to hit you with whatever stray limb he can. Shoot, and I'm going to guess a 26 hits you.
Can I make
Uh.
the Thorn Sweep attack against him with disadvantage using Glitch's reaction?
That seems like a good idea. Yeah, absolutely. I will roll this again. And like
Yay!
every time that happens where I roll amazing and you're like, actually, the second roll is just trash. That's amazing. That makes that I'm actually smiling at that. Fantastic. So, I mean, this scene is while the guy on top is at this point, actually, for cinematic's sake, as the man gets swept up.
Oh God.
You might have hypothetically taken 21 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
So, hey, good news. Your dome is intact.
Thank you, Glitch.
Let's go to Tyrus. And welcome back, Meg.
Yes, sorry about that.
No worries.
Tyrus, unfortunately, needs to move. So we're going to take our chances here and move to there.
Back of opportunity.
Yep, I don't have a choice. I can only
Yeah.
make range attacks with disadvantage if there's stuff in melee with me, so...
Mm-hmm. That is this button.
But the juniors haven't been playing super great, so yeah. If you have to disengage from somebody.
All right, well, I tried. I just like making attacks of opportunity.
Then beam rifle twice and go home.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, he's
With
leaving-
advantage.
So
So
the
that
first
first
one's
one
a
is
25.
a 25,
Mm-hmm.
and the second one is a 27.
Okay. Gosh, this is a masterclass in how to play Foob's class.
That's amazing.
That is 22 damage. That's this much. All right, I think law school did something to my brain in the bad way.
Oh no.
And now I will go to the babies. Wounded baby is going to stagger off the map. Not wounded baby over here is going to charge at the thing because it is not scared of anything because it is a child, and children are inherently not scared of things. So it's going to try and headbutt the thing. Other baby is going to try and headbutt Tyrus. Man. Really rolling well where it counts. And then we had one more baby that made it out of the pen, and he doesn't exist anymore. Like every person that cuts me off in traffic.
Oh.
What, you want to hit them?
No, that's what I tell myself is the second they are out of my line of sight, they don't exist anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that, yeah.
And that's how I sleep at night. So, that was fun. I like that Tyrus has made a friend. Actually, two. Tyrus has made a lot of monster friends in this campaign. Before we go to Holden, it's the top of round 5. Possibly even better than turn 4, which was already pretty great. The first thing that's going to happen is there's going to be 2 GM rolls. Sorry about that. As we continue this cinematic clash that's going on. First is that. Oh, okay. Versus The rider. I mean, look, this rider is still managing to keep his cool in spite of the fact that things look pretty terrible, and is maybe even enjoying the fact that he doesn't have to worry about footing because the thing is carrying for him. And so while the thing has its claws around his torso, he just kind of shrugs and takes his greatsword to take a slice at the nice juicy underbelly. I wish I had a GM roll button, because I keep just typing this number in, but that's okay. Yeah, for... Okay. Just gonna adjust this number a little, as that greatsword makes some juicy contact. Which is normally the sort of thing that can get the police called on you.
About 11 inches.
Man, I swear I ran into that in the wild. I just saw the NPC say that as I walked by, and I was like, excuse me, what? And this was when I was young, and I could afford the time to just stand there and go, I'm going to wait until he says that again. Holden.
I need to start my turn by reversing a cheat that I did that I didn't mean to do, but
Oh.
I have to make a Constitution saving throw. Oh, it turns out I would have made it. When you did the giant breath attack, I did not save against my concentration spell, which would have been
Oh.
17 Constitution.
Yep. That is fair, and I appreciate your honesty. I was sitting here going, I feel like you've been on top of those. But turns out, different way you're on top of those.
Yeah, the biggin just took. I was more like, that's a lot of fucking damage. Then I totally spaced on needing to save for it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you'll allow it to continue to persist,
Totally.
I will make 2 attacks with the crossbow. With advantage, I'm told.
Mm-hmm. Man.
And double hex.
Whose idea was it to give you advantage?
I'm pretty dangerous with it.
26?
And instead of using Glitch to make an attack, I'd like to use Misty Step to transport myself to this tree.
That's a great call. This is not as big a tree. We're talking like average trunk size, 2 or 3 feet, but there's branches, there's boughs. You can make the most of it.
Sweet.
That's
it for me.
Wonderful. Rayun, the thing continues to stare down at you with a murderous ferocity.
I will continue to attack it.
I dare say an unbridled ferocity.
I will still continue to attack it to save my friends. With advantage. That is a 19. That is a crit.
Oh.
Due to
Champion.
this feat. Great Weapon Master.
Gosh, I do love Great Weapon Master.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one of the... Go for it. Also, that's one of the few things I saw in Baldur's Gate 3 that I was like, I recognize that. That's good. I want that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I never leave without it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is generally a crit. Well.
Oh, Dav.
I was muted and I was sad for you.
Well, that would be... How do I crit?
I don't actually remember how crit damage goes. Sorry about that.
It's okay. I think it's added to itself, so that's actually a 6 and a 7. So that's a 13 damage. And because of that, I get one more attack because of the crit. As a bonus
Sav,
action.
instead of just getting that 3 again, you will roll an extra d8 damage.
Oh, D8 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is extra damage equal to the weapon's raw damage. And let's be real, that raw damage was a 1. You want better than that. There it is!
8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay.
Plus, so that's
11 plus
18.
7 is 18 damage.
Yep,
That's way
18
better.
damage.
That
That is way better.
Uh,
Yeah.
Except for this part, this
Does
much.
he not also get double dice on the smite?
It's already put in.
Oh, it. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were using a level 2 spell.
No, it's only level 1. So that's an additional just 2d8. Or just a 2d8 radiant damage. And I rolled a 1 and a 6.
18's pretty solid.
Mhm.
Yeah. 18's still pretty solid. And then I get to roll again.
Unfortunately, I did show you this ability, and you decided to go the murder route, which I should have expected. It is going to react again and try and explode. So, same as before, I'm going to have everybody within 15 feet, which is the exact same people as before, make Constitution saves for me, if you would.
Not good.
That is not good. And then the baby. Better than the adult. And the adult is also better than the other adult.
And the big guy who's sitting on top of him, does he do it too?
Yep, I just GM rolled that.
Oh.
And he's fine.
Nice.
The only person that seems to suffer here is Rayun.
Yep.
Who's going to take not a GM roll. 10 necrotic.
10 necrotic.
As this thing, you hit it and it just reacts by exploding with spines outward. I was going to make a reference and then I missed like one critical part of the reference and now the whole thing is fallen apart. There's a Dota character that I'm thinking of, except I don't actually play Dota, so it's hard. I can't. Nope, it's all gone.
Okay.
Everything's fallen apart. Respect everybody's time. Here we go. Anything else you'd like to do, Rayun?
As a bonus action, I'm going to attack again because of Great Weapon Master and the crit that I got.
Okay.
Does that one also get advantage with Fairy Fire?
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Well,
I
Woof.
was really hoping you'd have another
woof. Honestly, I was hoping the same thing.
Okay. Well, anyway, that was fun. Mira.
Okay.
Every time.
I'm going to Thunder Wave at this guy to try to push it away from me so that it doesn't hit me in the face, because I'm not sure how many of those attacks I'll be able to take. So I'm going to do that at a... I'm going to do that at a level 2.
Okay.
So you have to make a Constitution save of 14.
Wow, 15-foot cube. That's perfectly just monsters. Let's see. So a Constitution save, you said?
Yep. 14.
Here for the adult, he fails.
Then you take
And
the full
baby.
damage, which is 8.
Okay.
Supposed to be 3d8, and that's all that I got was an 8, huh?
I see
I only see
2d8 was the 6, and then the 8 was thunder on top of that. So it's 14 total.
So you'll take 14. And you'll
so
be
there's another
pushed
6.
10 feet away from me.
Yep, which does not provoke attacks of opportunity.
And I'm going to use
And then-
that as an opportunity to GTFO all the way over here. Maybe I'm gonna
GTFO out of there.
hide by Holden.
Why?
He literally just had a conversation with me about us not stacking so that we weren't standing in that breath together.
That is amazing. Oh, I forgot to recharge on that.
Nope.
think he's gonna do that scary thing. Can I hide with you?
That was so funny. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. Okay. And then does anyone need a heal? Because I can do that as a bonus action.
Probably me.
You got it. Okay.
While you do that, I am going to roll the recharge on that breath because I forgot, and that's important.
Oh,
Ooh.
that is so gross.
Well,
You get 8. Sorry. That's the best I could do.
I have good
that's-
news.
That's wrong.
The recharge is a recharge 6.
And did you already use your
So-
temporary hit points too?
Yeah, that
Perfect.
necrotic attack took away like all but 7. There we go.
Yay!
Now my health actually shows the right thing.
All right, we did it.
Yeah. Go team.
I'm gonna do this real fast. Oh, actually, I could do this on the character sheet.
The sound didn't attract anything bigger. We're making a lot of noise already, so.
You're making a lot of noise, but the Gorgova at this point, honestly, man, get this. This thing is out of here. Second Gorgova that is no longer mounted is not out of here because he's actually doing pretty okay. And is going to once again try and boop the enemy with this. Anyway, next is the Gravethorn, who does not have his breath attack. I was honestly really hoping that would be a 6 on his recharge. Especially after you said you were going to stack up. Oh, man.
That would have been sweet.
Although I would have probably had a juicier line if I went this way. Because I could have done like this and hit.
4 characters?
Yeah, I probably would have done that instead. Oh well. We'll just settle with the normal murdering attacks. Let's see. They have to target different things. We're not doing that. Forgot about that ability, and we're just going to accept that. So, first, he's going to once again use his spiked fist on the rider, who's really eating a lot of aggression here for a lot of damage. My cat does not appreciate the extents I'm going to make sure that he is not kicked off my lap while I'm typing over him. Plus this number. He's fine, so he's just taking 22. Fine is maybe a stretch. And Rayun, he's going to keep flailing at you. It's the best he's got considering he can only divert half of his attacks your guys' way.
Yeah.
So I don't think an 18 hits you.
18 meets.
Okay.
Deflect.
Deflect.
Yep. I will try again. This one.
That is not better.
That is not bad. Well, yes, it is. Actually, it is better.
For you.
Yeah.
Subjectivity super important here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this time that same tail comes back this from the other direction though. And okay. We'll say this thing hits your shield so freaking hard that I mean your defense it can't hold up to that, but
Wait a second, hold on. I forgot about the Targe.
we'll say 15 could be a lot worse. We saw what happened last time.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, I can use it as a free action. Can I use it as a reaction?
If it's a free action, then no, that would be a thing you do on your turn.
Well,
Unless I
no.
wrote it poorly, because, that could happen. I don't know. I made most of this stuff up.
Once per day as a free action, you may draw on the shield to gain the protection of Umberwelk.
Yeah, that is a free action. Okay, I
Yeah.
wrote that right.
Yeah, you wrote it right. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. I failed.
Oh, man. All right, well, it was worth a try. Tyrus is still being glomped, but it is his turn.
Oh, I took 15. Okay, so I'm down to half of what my health was.
Same bob and weave. Gotta just be out of melee.
Yeah.
Gives me the opportunity to do this. And anyway, moving on. Wow. Okay.
35.
Oh, come on. Don't make me leave the thing at 1. Here we go. The thing is at 1.
Huzzah.
Which is going to be potentially really sad. I'm going to be honest, you guys. This could bum me out. Because it is the Gorogova's turn. And it's going to try and run the thing through with its horn. And connect for literally any damage. Gosh dang it.
NPC kill. NPC kill.
Look, if it was the amazing man who had previously been riding that thing, it'd be one thing. But it was the dumb pack beast that gets to narrate this kill by saying that it just headbutts the thing with its enormous horn, finds the squishy bit that it's been trying to, and as the Gravethorn gives its wild flailing death throes, the Gorgova just freaking leaves. It's like, all right, cool, the thing's dead, I'm running away. As does the baby. Right? There's no celebrating. They're not going to carve anything off of the monster's hide. They're just trying to live, so they run away. Man. However, the Gravethorn does collapse, nearly collapsing on the fleeing Gorgova, and emerging from the pile of flesh and thorns is the man. I will briefly say that we started way late. I hope you guys will give me a few minutes to get this part started, but I do acknowledge that we're a little over on time. Let me know if that's not okay. The first thing he does, frankly, is he stands up, looks at the lot of you, and then immediately reaches down for the thing that you recognize now that he was using as a yoke, which is the snapped longbow that he was wielding. Snapped in the string. The bow itself is still fine. He spends several seconds just looking at the bow and like starting to tend to it a little. After probably a good 15-20 seconds of that, he finally looks up at the lot of you and says, "Thanks."
Was that herd yours?
My prey. Yeah.
Were you mostly on the hunt for this big thing, or did this thing come out of nowhere?
Just needed meat from them. This is a bonus. And as he says that, he turns away and whips out a fairly large knife to begin digging into the thing. He adds, "Plenty for everyone. Share the spoils."
I'll start carving. But as I'm doing that, I ask him, "Have you seen a Shadowfax by any chance?"
Horror effects.
Horror effects.
Horrifex, sorry.
We're
It's
not killing
the
Gandalf's horse.
no
Ha!
Shadowfax. A Horrifex by any chance?
He stops his carving for a second. By the way, give me a survival check, and if I could get someone else to also help with the carve.
That's usually Tyrus, I think.
Yeah, I think he's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's got 4.
He
Would that be
no,
with
Roll a 5.
advantage or
No
normal?
advantage.
no advantage. The fairy fire dissipates when the thing is dead.
20.
Okay, we'll get to that in a minute.
Hey, I got a 21.
Nice.
On nature, dang.
Is that what I
You
need
definitely should have done the
to help?
carve. Survival, but
Survival.
it is a 2-person job. So I'm going to take Tyrus's and Rayun's rolls.
Well, my
You're still
survival
alright.
is also a +1, so.
Good to know. When you say the Horrifex, he stops his carving, looks at you. I'm not going to make you make an insight. This is he's not hiding anything. He looks at you like the face that I make when I'm trying to do math. It's like mildly pained and confused. And he says,
Go ahead.
"Why? Looking to burn to death?"
Long story short, we are adventurers for the Culinarians Guild, and we need a flank of that. Flank from that beast.
He looks at you for a second longer. Not culinarians.
We're
Strange.
Culinarians in training. Adventurers, if you will.
As he goes back to his carving, he just says, "Molo Jory. Charmed."
Likewise.
Sav, as a result of your carving, we'll get this out of the way. You have 3 options available for you. The fangs are 10 points apiece, so and the mandibles are 15 apiece. Got that backwards. The hide is 15 apiece, and the mandibles are 20 apiece.
I'll take the mandibles.
All right, so you will get 1 large Gravethorn mandible to be used to make cool stuff when you get back to town.
Sweet.
Go ahead and put that in your inventory, because I don't have like a token for you or anything.
Gravethorn mandibles?
Singular, but yeah. Molajori stands up with an impressively large organ in his hands. Internal organ. Get your head out of the gutter. And throws that in a satchel on his back. He looks down at his bow, gives it another kind of sad glance. Says, "Horrifex North. Big old nest."
And you said they go on fire?
Don't know what you're up for, huh?
Well, we just know we have to go for it, but would like more information if you have it.
Do you know what attacked the researchers that were here? That's what brought us here.
And deserved it.
Did they go into a nest they shouldn't have?
Yeah, that about covers it. I'm gonna have everybody here make, we'll say, an intelligence check. That seems like a good thing to do.
Hmm.
Well, you know what? I'll give this to. I will give this to everybody but Rayun, and I love being able to say this. The man you're talking to might have an entry in a book that I've shared with you.
I thought maybe he was the head hunter, but that's not his name.
Molo Jory?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
I'm on it. It is the hunter. I didn't.
Because I'm looking at that
was his
entry.
Name. Yes, it is. First hunter Molo Jory.
That was amazing.
Well, when I looked at his
So,
picture, I was like, well, he's riding on these monsters. He must be the hunter guy, right? But
Yeah.
you said the name and it had been so long since I read it. I was like, that's not it. I think I'd remember it if I heard it.
Well, for sure it was Cinderclaws, but this guy says his name is Nick, so that can't be right.
did Mira say that out loud?
I absolutely would probably say the hunter guy. Oh my god.
I'll go with that.
And I'm
I
sure
just
he's just gonna
the fact
groan.
that I specifically strongly hinted at that, and you were like, that's
That
not
can't be.
him.
That's not
What?
the name I remember. That's definitely not it.
So yes, Mira does say that fairly boisterously.
Excellent.
Which also means that he is on at least one of your lists. Namely, possibly a person sabotaging the guild.
Oh, well,
Mm-hmm.
well, he's been out on, well, I guess hunting expedition here.
Yeah, when was the last time you were in Porta Maria?
Couple months. Probably a couple days after the God's Feast was called. I didn't want to stay for that.
You didn't want to stay for that, but you're the best candidate for helping acquire all of the ingredients that are needed.
He puts a hand on the pouch on his back. Been sending stuff back. Regular trips to Ironhull. They got a guild hall.
Is that due north of us?
It is northeast of you guys, but pretty far south of Porta Maria.
Oh, okay.
What can you tell us about fighting a Horcrux? We need the meat for the culinarians that we're acquiring goods for.
Horrifex.
You just said fighting the thing that kept Voldemort alive.
What did I call it?
A Horcrux.
Horcrux.
Oh. Sorry.
No, it's fun. I'm laughing because of all of the different ways we've been saying this. Well, you've been saying this. I've been saying it right every time. I am perfect. He's yeah, or effect. Enormous dog made out of lava. It's a good start.
Do you have any
Yeah.
experience fighting one?
Not in a while, but hunted one once 6 years ish ago. Once you hurt the thing, gonna have to finish it quick.
Would you be able to come with us to help?
No.
Well, if the first hunter won't help us hunt something, who are we supposed to get help from?
The second hunter.
I think it's funnier if you say that out loud. And for the
I
maybe
was
the
literally using it to see if we can get his heckles up a little.
yeah, when you say that, he does turn to snap you or turn to face you. Leave Cran out of this.
Do we know Cran? Talking to the party.
I do believe we've talked about him.
You have never met Cran Backsnap. However, she also has an entry in the book.
Yeah, her profile is right after his.
I said the name sounded familiar, but I couldn't remember a thing we did, so I must have just been reading.
She
before the
eats
game.
fiercely and drinks fiercely, or he. I don't know if it's a he or she. Oh, she. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eats fiercely and drinks fiercely, and would be way cooler to hang out with than this guy.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. It sounds like Cran might be the woman for the job. She hunts half as fiercely as she drinks. We'll be eating horror facts by the end of the day. Wonder what the promotional structure looks like in the Hunters Guild. What do you have to do to become number one?
He looks down at the Gravethorn and says, I don't care. Titles don't mean anything if you're dead.
He's got a point.
I'm gonna get up in his face and say, a lot of my people are dead because of the land that was destroyed. And I've been tasked with putting together feast items for the god who destroyed it. How is that fair?
She has a point.
I don't get to just hide out on some island fighting beasts and mail my stuff in. So man up, help us get what we need, and then go and do whatever you want. I feel like I should roll intimidation or something, but
Yeah,
maybe
go for it.
persuasion.
I will take either of them in this case. And what you go with will determine
Or how about performance?
how I feel like he
since
reacts.
I'm a bard. I'll do it as a performance. I mean, performance and persuasion are both a 4.
I think I would prefer persuasion.
Persuasion, you got it. Nope.
And tell him.
I'm doing it again. I'm doing it like I shouted at those guys.
Yep.
You end the conversation with "good," and then grab that backpack there, get all your shit, get it together, put it in the backpack.
He looks at you as I am dealing with children.
I step in and I go, look, sir, we've been all around the islands. We've dealt with murderers and monsters of different shapes, including this one that we helped you with. We need help. And judging by the many stories that we have, we're all facing the same thing. And the last thing that we need is for our loved ones to get hurt. We need your help, Great Hunter.
I'm going to have you make a persuasion check, and I'm going to have all three of you make perception checks.
Uh, 15.
Wow. Okay, well, if it was just Mira, I would have done this in text, but screw that. I don't feel like typing. The two of you that are not Rayun, like, you see he is at least making something close to eye contact with you, which is more than he was giving Mira. Meanwhile, he, with his offhand, you see him just kind of like brush something on his like belt line. It would look kind of like nothing. Like, it almost looks like he was swatting at a bug. But Mira and Holden are both actually in the right position to see that he is checking as if to see if something was there. And I'll say, you two can tell, it looks like a book.
Ooh, I'm
Not a very
gonna
big
try
one.
to steal that from him.
Rayun, in response to your plea, he says, "Fine. I have a camp set up. It will work for a base camp for you." He nods up to the north, pretty much in the line of devastation from where the Gravethorn charged. Got it. He says, "Find my camp. I'm going to see if I can fix this." And he holds up his snapped bowstring.
Will you be
And
meeting us there?
he just walks off. In fairness, to the north, in the direction that he nodded. But he said that and then leaves.
Well, all right. Have we collected
All right.
everything that we need from this space?
Seems like it.
Yep.
I'm going to
Yep.
ask Mir, you said that you wanted to steal that book.
Oh, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna
Okay.
wait until there's like an opportune moment. I wanted him to come with us because I figured if he was doing nefarious things out here, he would never agree to let us hang out, right? Because he'd want to
That's
be doing
fair.
nefarious things. But since he
Mhm.
gave in, like, all right, maybe he's
Yeah.
not our bad guy. But we need to spend a little bit of time with him to find out. So I, at some point in the camp, will do a little sleight of hand and see if I can sneak it from him.
Okay.
I don't know. It just
But
kind
not
of
yet.
feels like he's not really a bad guy. He just looks that way. But all joking aside, like, he's been out here since the beginning. Like, just kind of piecing stories together.
Yeah, most of his story does seem to be, oh man, there's a god rampaging across plenty. Anyway, I'm going to go south and do my job. See ya.
I'll
Way to
do what
leave
I've always
everybody
done.
else to deal with it.
Yeah.
I would just
Uh,
expect someone with a leadership role to, lead.
That's fair. And in response to that, I would kindly recommend you guys reread Molo Jory's entry
Oh, he
because
very
it's
much.
pretty good.
And he did not get interviewed. I read through it as soon as you were like, that is the guy.
Yeah. So I think this is actually a pretty good place to call it for the night. It's way later than I normally run, but especially since we're all on West Coast time,
Yeah.
suck it, Tyrus. I felt like it wasn't quite as bad if we went a little over, plus we started late.
Yeah, and it
And-
was almost a normal session length, which I
Yeah.
thought was perfect.
Yeah. I'm hopeful that going forward, I should be good to go back to normal times. It's going to be a little dicey, and I may do a little bit of this from the office, but I am prepared to just sound stupid in front of my coworkers for a little bit. Whatever. I've done worse. In the meantime, I am happy to be back. I am also determined to make it through this. I have been saying that I have a decent idea of how many sessions are left, and I think we are on track to hit that.
Woo!
Sweet.
I believe in us.
I believe in us.
So I'm going to bring up the calendar and see that our next scheduled date is for January 19th.
Yep, we'll be here.
Sure.
Fantastic. Well, I'm going to go to sleep because I have to work tomorrow.
Okay.
I will see all of you guys probably on Sunday. I love you all. I love you guys that are watching the stream, except for you, Foob. That's a joke.
Good night. Thank you for the fun.